Ladies and gentlemen, you possess within you an incredible power, a potential waiting to be unlocked. It's a force that has been there all along, quietly resting, ready to propel you toward greatness. But, my friend, greatness is not something that will fall into your lap by chance. It is something you must create. It begins with a single thought, a burning desire within your heart to become the best version of yourself. The moment you decide to take full control of your life, to no longer be at the mercy of circumstances, your journey begins. You must make a decision, a clear, unshakable decision, to unlock the greatest version of yourself. This decision is the key to everything. When your desire is pure and powerful, when you know what you want and are willing to commit to it, the universe has no choice but to align itself with your will. But here's the secret. This isn't about waiting for the perfect moment. It's about taking action now. Do not wait for the stars to align, for the circumstances to be ideal, or for someone to hand you the keys to your success. The power to shape your future, to create the life you envision, lies within you at this very moment. Take inventory of your thoughts. Are they ones that empower you, that push you toward your goals, or do they hold you back, dragging you into a cycle of self, doubt, and hesitation? The most successful individuals in this world have one thing in common. They control their thoughts. They think big, they think relentlessly, and they take inspired action. They have a clear purpose, a defined vision, and they focus every ounce of their energy toward realizing that vision. And you must do the same. Understand that your mind is the most powerful tool at your disposal. It can either work for you, driving you forward, or against you, keeping you in a state of indecision and fear. The moment you start thinking with intention, with unwavering confidence in your ability to succeed, you will begin to see opportunities unfold in front of you. Doors will open. Challenges will turn into stepping stones. You have the ability to achieve anything you set your mind to, but you must believe in yourself. You must cultivate the habits of the successful. You must surround yourself with those who uplift you and inspire you to become better. You must make your dreams non-negotiable and never allow anyone or anything to convince you otherwise. Remember, success is not a distant dream. It is something you can unlock right now. Every thought you have, every decision you make, every action you take moves you closer to the person you are destined to be. You are the architect of your own life, and the blueprint is within your mind. Build it with conviction, with passion, and with relentless belief in your own abilities. Now the question is, what will you do with this moment? Will you take that first step toward your best self, or will you wait for tomorrow? The time to unlock your potential is now. The power of decision is, without a doubt, one of the most significant forces in your journey toward unlocking your best self. It's not just about making decisions, but about making them with full commitment, clarity, and a sense of urgency. The ability to decide, truly decide, is what separates those who achieve their dreams from those who only dream of achieving. The moment you make a firm decision to pursue something with absolute conviction, you start on a path that can lead you to greatness. We live in a world where indecision often holds people back. Many are paralyzed by the fear of making the wrong choice, or they wait for the perfect moment to arrive. Yet, time and time again, the most successful individuals in history have shown us that making a decision and committing to it is the first step in achieving extraordinary results. Success doesn't come from waiting for the stars to align. It comes from deciding to act even when the circumstances aren't perfect. When you make a decision, something profound happens. You begin to align your thoughts, energy, and actions toward that goal. You start creating momentum, and as you begin to move forward, the universe starts responding to your focused effort. It's not just about what you do physically. It's about how you position your mind. When you decide to go after something, the belief in your ability to succeed strengthens, and obstacles that once seemed insurmountable begin to lose their power over you. Every step becomes easier, clearer, and more aligned with your true purpose. But it's important to understand that decision isn't just about choosing between options. It's not a fleeting moment of choosing one path over another. True decision means commitment, a full dedication to seeing something through, no matter the challenges that might arise. Many people hesitate when faced with difficulties, and they may find themselves distracted by fear, doubt, or the opinions of others. But those who succeed make a different choice. They choose to press forward with a sense of urgency and clarity. They understand that hesitation is often the greatest obstacle to progress. One of the most powerful examples of decision-making comes from the world of entrepreneurship. Think of the countless entrepreneurs who have built successful businesses. At some point, they all faced a choice, either to move forward with their vision or to abandon it due to the fear of failure, lack of resources, or uncertainty about the future. But those who succeeded didn't give in to those fears. They made the decision to move forward, often with limited knowledge, resources, or experience. They took action, trusted in their decision, and allowed their commitment to fuel their perseverance. In many cases, it wasn't the decision itself that was extraordinary, but their commitment to that decision. To truly unlock your best self, you must understand that making a decision is not just a passive act. It requires courage and confidence. It requires an unwavering belief in your ability to navigate challenges and adapt as needed. The moment you make a decision, you declare to the universe that you are ready to embrace everything that comes with it: successes, failures, lessons, and growth. And while the path may not always be smooth, the decision you've made acts as your compass, guiding you through every storm, every obstacle, and every difficult choice. The power of decision also lies in the fact that it simplifies everything. When you make a decision, you stop wasting mental and emotional energy on uncertainty. Instead of weighing every option, every scenario, and every what if, you start focusing all your efforts on the chosen path. This eliminates distraction, and you can devote your time, energy, and resources to pursuing your goal with purpose. Decision-making cuts through the noise and gives you clarity of direction. Without it, you risk drifting aimlessly, stuck in a loop of indecision and confusion. Consider the stories of countless individuals who, in the face of adversity, made the firm decision to keep going. Whether it's an athlete who decided to train for the Olympics despite the odds, an artist who committed to their craft despite years of rejection, or a business person who pushed through financial struggles to build a thriving company, their decisions were the starting point. They made the choice to act, regardless of the external circumstances or challenges, and they kept moving forward. The key to their success wasn't necessarily their talent or luck. It was their decision to keep moving, regardless of the difficulties. The decision to unlock your best self is no different. You must decide right now that you are no longer going to wait for a perfect time. You must decide that you will take action, even if it means stepping out of your comfort zone, even if it means facing the unknown, and even if it means making mistakes along the way. The decision to grow, to become the best version of yourself, must come from within you, and it must come with full commitment. It's also important to note that when you make a decision, you are not just making a choice in one moment. It is an ongoing process. Your decision is reaffirmed with every action you take. You will face moments of doubt, you will encounter setbacks, and you will face temptations to give up. But each time you move forward, each time you take another step in the direction of your goal, you reaffirm your commitment to that decision. Your decision to unlock your best self isn't a one-time choice. It's a continual, ongoing process of reaffirmation through action, persistence, and growth. Some people fear making decisions because they worry about the consequences of choosing wrong. But the truth is, there are no wrong decisions. There are only decisions that lead to new lessons, new opportunities, and new paths. Every decision you make teaches you something, whether it leads to success or failure. The key is to learn from every experience, to adjust your course as needed, and to keep moving forward with the confidence that you are learning, growing, and evolving with every step you take. When you fully commit to a decision, you also begin to transform your mindset. You stop seeing challenges as roadblocks, and instead, you see them as opportunities for growth. You start thinking in terms of solutions rather than problems. You begin to develop the resilience to weather any storm because you understand that your decision is the foundation of everything. And when you remain committed to that decision, you begin to see results, slowly, steadily, and sometimes unexpectedly. Those results, in turn, fuel your belief in yourself and your ability to unlock your best self. In summary, the power of decision is a force that can change your life. It's not about making the right decision or waiting for perfect circumstances. It's about deciding fully and without hesitation that you are ready to move toward your best self. It's about committing to that decision with unwavering faith and taking action toward your goal, no matter what obstacles come your way. When you make that decision, you unlock a world of possibilities, and you begin the journey toward a life of success, fulfillment, and personal growth. Mindset mastery is a powerful concept, one that has the ability to transform not only how you approach life, but also the results you achieve. It is the foundation upon which everything else is built. The success, the growth, and the personal transformation that you desire. To master your mindset is to take full control of your thoughts, beliefs, and emotions. It's about understanding that your mindset shapes your reality and recognizing the immense power you have to influence your thoughts in ways that serve your highest goals and aspirations. Most people are unaware of how much control they have over their mind. They often allow external circumstances, other people's opinions, and past experiences to dictate how they think and feel. This leads to a reactive approach to life, where one is constantly at the mercy of what's happening around them, rather than taking proactive steps toward shaping their own destiny. However, when you learn to master your mindset, you stop being a passive observer of your life and become an active creator of your experiences. The first step toward mastering your mindset is understanding the profound impact of your thoughts. Every thought you have is either working for you or against you. Thoughts can either lift you up or drag you down, depending on how you choose to interpret and focus on them. This means that you have the ability to change the trajectory of your life simply by changing the way you think. The most successful people in the world have this one thing in common. They consistently choose thoughts that empower them, that reinforce their belief in themselves, and that propel them toward their goals. For example, consider the thoughts you have when faced with a challenge. Do you see it as a problem, something insurmountable and overwhelming? Or do you see it as an opportunity to learn, grow, and become stronger? People with a growth mindset, those who understand the power of their thoughts, approach challenges as stepping stones to their success. They understand that failure is not a permanent state, but a temporary condition that offers valuable lessons. They see setbacks as opportunities for growth and maintain the belief that they can always learn, adapt, and improve. Mastering your mindset also means letting go of limiting beliefs. These are the unconscious beliefs we carry about ourselves, others, and the world that prevent us from reaching our full potential. Limiting beliefs often stem from past experiences, cultural conditioning, or societal expectations. For example, someone might believe that they aren't capable of succeeding because they didn't grow up in a wealthy family or didn't receive formal education. These beliefs create mental barriers that keep us from taking action and pursuing our dreams. But when you master your mindset, you learn to identify these limiting beliefs and challenge them. The process of overcoming limiting beliefs begins with awareness. You must first become conscious of the thoughts and beliefs that are holding you back. Once you identify them, you can then replace them with empowering beliefs that support your growth. For instance, instead of thinking, "I am not good enough to succeed," you could reframe that thought to, "I have everything I need to succeed, and I am continually growing and learning." By shifting your perspective, you change the very foundation of your mindset, allowing you to embrace challenges with confidence and optimism. Another important aspect of mindset mastery is controlling your emotions. Emotions are powerful, and they can either support or hinder your progress. When you allow your emotions to control you, you become reactive and may make decisions based on fear, anger, frustration, or doubt. However, when you master your mindset, you learn to observe your emotions without letting them dictate your actions. This means acknowledging your feelings but not allowing them to take over your behavior. For example, if you feel fear when facing a new opportunity, rather than letting that fear stop you, you recognize it for what it is, an emotional reaction to uncertainty. You then consciously choose to act in spite of the fear. This takes practice and requires emotional intelligence, but with time, you develop the ability to manage your emotions and use them as a tool to move forward rather than hold you back. One of the most powerful tools for mastering your mindset is the practice of positive affirmations. These are statements that you repeat to yourself regularly to reinforce empowering beliefs and cultivate a mindset of success. Affirmations help to reprogram your subconscious mind, replacing negative or limiting thoughts with ones that align with your desired outcome. For example, instead of thinking, "I'll never be able to achieve my goals," you could affirm, "I am capable of achieving my goals and I am taking the necessary steps every day." The more you repeat these affirmations, the more they become ingrained in your mind, and over time you begin to believe them as truth. Visualization is another powerful technique that complements the mastery of your mindset. By vividly imagining yourself already achieving your goals, you begin to imprint that success on your mind. Visualization helps you align your thoughts and emotions with your desired outcome, creating a sense of certainty and confidence in your ability to succeed. When you visualize, you create a mental blueprint of your success that your mind begins to work toward. The more you engage in this practice, the more you train your mind to focus on your desired outcome rather than any obstacles that may stand in your way. Additionally, mastering your mindset means taking full responsibility for your life. This is one of the most empowering realizations you can have. No matter what has happened to you in the past, no matter the circumstances or challenges you've faced, you have the power to change the way you think and respond to any situation. This sense of ownership and accountability shifts you from a victim mindset to a victor mindset. Instead of blaming others or external circumstances, you begin to see yourself as the creator of your own life. When you take responsibility for your thoughts, actions, and decisions, you empower yourself to make the changes necessary to create the life you want. Another crucial component of mindset mastery is maintaining consistency. It's one thing to be positive and focused on your goals for a short period of time, but it's the consistency that ultimately leads to success. Consistency in thought, action, and belief is what sets the successful apart from those who struggle to achieve their dreams. When you commit to consistently cultivating a positive and growth-oriented mindset, you build momentum that propels you forward. It's through daily practice, small actions, and unwavering belief that you begin to see real, lasting change. Finally, mindset mastery involves being patient with yourself. It's easy to become frustrated when progress seems slow, but you must trust the process. Change doesn't happen overnight, and true mastery of your mindset is an ongoing journey. Every step you take, every positive thought you choose, and every empowering belief you reinforce is a step closer to mastering your mind and unlocking your full potential. By being patient, you allow yourself the grace to grow, adapt, and evolve into the person you are meant to be. In conclusion, mastering your mind, said is a lifelong practice, but it is one that will pay the greatest dividends in every area of your life. By taking control of your thoughts, emotions, and beliefs, you set yourself up for success. When you consciously choose to focus on positive, empowering thoughts, and when you align your actions with those beliefs, you open the door to limitless possibilities. Your mindset is the key to unlocking your best self, and once you truly master it, there is nothing that can stand in your way. Relentless belief and action are the cornerstones of success, the driving forces that can propel you from where you are to where you want to be. Belief in yourself is not merely a feel, good mantra, or a temporary motivational boost. It is the fuel that powers your every decision, your every action, and your ability to overcome challenges. However, belief alone is not enough. It must be coupled with relentless action, the kind of consistent, focused effort that moves you forward, even when the path is unclear or difficult. The true magic lies in the combination of unwavering belief and persistent action. Belief in yourself is the starting point of every journey toward success. It is the foundation upon which you build your dreams. Without belief, there is no motivation to act, no drive to push through obstacles, and no resilience to bounce back from setbacks. But belief does not simply appear out of nowhere. It is something you cultivate. It begins with understanding your inherent worth, acknowledging your potential, and recognizing that you are capable of achieving anything you set your mind to. The moment you believe that success is within your reach, you align your mind with your goals, and you begin to see opportunities where others see obstacles. However, belief must be strong enough to withstand the inevitable challenges that will arise along the way. Life is full of twists, turns, and moments of doubt. When faced with these difficulties, belief acts as your anchor. It keeps you grounded in the knowledge that no matter how tough things get, you are capable of pushing through and overcoming anything that stands in your way. Without belief, even the smallest setback can feel insurmountable, and without belief, you are far more likely to quit when things get tough. But with unwavering belief, you see every challenge as an opportunity to prove to yourself that you are stronger, more capable, and more determined than ever before. Belief must be reinforced daily, as it is not something that you can simply rely on once and forget about. Every day, you must remind yourself of your worth and your potential. This is where positive affirmations, visualization, and other mindset practices come into play. By constantly reaffirming your belief in yourself, you strengthen the mental framework that supports your success. Each time you repeat an affirmation like, "I am capable of achieving my goals," or visualize yourself accomplishing your dreams, you reprogram your subconscious mind to focus on success. The more you focus on success, the more your mind begins to find solutions, recognize opportunities, and anticipate positive outcomes. But belief alone is not enough. It must be paired with relentless action. Action is what turns dreams into reality. It is the manifestation of belief in the form of physical steps and tangible progress. Without action, belief remains a fantasy, a nice idea, but without substance. Action is what bridges the gap between where you are and where you want to be. It is the driving force that propels you toward your goals, even when it feels uncomfortable or difficult. Relentless action means being willing to push forward, no matter how many times you fall, fail, or face setbacks. It means refusing to give up when things get hard. It means waking up each day with the commitment to take at least one step toward your goal, no matter how small that step may be. Every small action compounds, creating momentum that eventually leads to significant results. The key is consistency. Success is not an overnight achievement. It is the result of countless small actions taken consistently over time. The most successful people in the world didn't get there by taking a few large actions and hoping for the best. They got there by committing to daily, relentless action, regardless of how long it took or how many obstacles they encountered along the way. One of the biggest challenges that people face when it comes to taking action is fear. Fear of failure, fear of rejection, fear of the unknown. It's completely natural to feel fear when you're stepping into unfamiliar territory or attempting something that feels risky. But belief in yourself gives you the strength to act in spite of that fear. Fear is simply a feeling, and it does not have to control you. Relentless action requires that you act despite your fears, knowing that you will learn from every experience and that failure is not a reflection of your worth, but simply a stepping stone on the path to success. The key to relentless action is to focus on progress, not perfection. Perfectionism can be paralyzing. When you wait for everything to be just right before taking action, you delay your success indefinitely. There is no perfect time to act, no ideal set of circumstances. Success is not about waiting for the perfect moment. It's about making the most of the moment you have and moving forward with what you have. Every step you take, no matter how imperfect, brings you closer to your goal. The more you act, the more you learn, and the more you improve. The faster you can take imperfect action, the quicker you can adjust, refine, and improve. Relentless belief and action also mean being willing to take risks. Success rarely comes from staying in your comfort zone. If you want to unlock your best self and achieve greatness, you must be willing to step into the unknown, to try new things, and to embrace challenges that scare you. Taking risks doesn't mean being reckless or acting without thought. It means being willing to push your boundaries, take calculated risks, and trust that your belief in yourself will carry you through. Each time you take a risk, you grow stronger, more resilient, and more confident in your ability to succeed. But relentless action isn't just about physical effort. It's about being strategic. Successful action requires clear focus, purpose, and direction. Without a plan, action becomes aimless. The most successful people are not those who work the hardest, but those who work the smartest. They have a clear vision of where they want to go, and they take consistent, deliberate action toward that vision. They prioritize their time, energy, and resources on the actions that will have the greatest impact on their goals. Relentless action, when aligned with a clear plan and vision, becomes far more powerful. At the same time, relentless action requires adaptability. The road to success is rarely linear, and unexpected challenges will arise. Sometimes the path you thought would lead to success may take an unexpected turn. In these moments, it's essential to remain flexible and open to change. The ability to adapt your actions when needed, to pivot when something isn't working, and to stay committed to your ultimate goal despite the detours is one of the greatest qualities of successful people. Relentless belief and action are also deeply interconnected. The more you act, the stronger your belief in yourself becomes. Each step you take, each action you execute, reaffirms your capability and reinforces your belief in your ability to succeed. In turn, the stronger your belief becomes, the more confident and motivated you feel to take action. This creates a powerful feedback loop. Belief fuels action, and action fuels belief. The most successful individuals understand this dynamic. They know that it's not enough to simply think positively or wait for motivation to strike. They know that success comes from the consistent, relentless pursuit of their goals, no matter how many obstacles they encounter along the way. Their belief in themselves fuels their actions, and their actions, in turn, strengthen their belief. This cycle of belief and action creates an unstoppable momentum that leads to lasting success. In conclusion, relentless belief and action are inseparable components of success. Belief in yourself is the spark that ignites your journey, and relentless action is the fuel that propels you forward. Together, they form a powerful combination that can help you unlock your best self and achieve the extraordinary life you desire. With unwavering belief and consistent, focused action, there is nothing you cannot achieve. In conclusion, the journey to unlocking your best self is one that requires unwavering commitment, mindset mastery, and relentless action. These three principles, decision, belief, and consistent effort, serve as the foundation for achieving the greatness that resides within you. Every step you take, every decision you make, and every action you execute brings you closer to realizing your full potential. Success is not reserved for a select few. It is available to anyone who is willing to take charge of their thoughts, their beliefs, and their actions. Making the decision to pursue your dreams is the first critical step. It is in that moment of decision that your future is shaped. Deciding to pursue a goal, no matter the external circumstances, starts the process of transformation. It is the moment when you decide to align your thoughts, your resources, and your efforts towards a single purpose. That decision provides the clarity and focus necessary to move forward, despite the challenges that may arise. The next element is mindset mastery. Your mindset is the lens through which you perceive the world, and it can either limit or expand your potential. When you master your mindset, you learn to control your thoughts and emotions, directing them toward positivity, growth, and success. It is through mastering your mindset that you develop the resilience needed to face obstacles with strength and the confidence to persist through failure. Your thoughts shape your reality, and when you learn to control them, you control your destiny. Finally, belief and relentless action are the driving forces that transform your dreams into reality. Belief in yourself is the fuel that powers your every move, and when you pair it with consistent, purposeful action, you begin to build momentum that cannot be stopped. Relentless action means stepping forward, even when you face uncertainty or fear. It means staying focused on your goal, even when the road gets tough. Each step you take, no matter how small, brings you closer to achieving what you desire. Belief alone is not enough. It must be followed by action. But in turn, action reinforces belief, creating a cycle that propels you forward toward your best self. The path to unlocking your best self is not always easy. There will be moments of doubt, frustration, and setbacks. However, the true measure of success lies in your ability to persevere despite these challenges. The decision to press on, the mastery of your mindset, and the relentless pursuit of your goals are what separate those who achieve greatness from those who fall short. When you make the decision to unlock your best self and commit to it with unwavering belief and relentless action, you set in motion a transformative process that leads to fulfillment, success, and a life of purpose.